Hi there, Aries. Welcome back. Good morning. All right, let's see what's going on in your energy. This is for Aries. This is going to be a general reading, guys. If you're new here, if you're a cross watcher, my name is Ninja. I will be your reader. Let's get into this, guys. Whoop, whoop. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Aries. If you're new here, or if you are a cross watcher, just remember that this is an all Aries channel. Yes. Knight of Wands. Tower in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. Aries. Okay, you're coming out of this reading as the Knight of Wands. You're rebuilding something here. Taking charge of your life. That's what I'm hearing. You're taking charge of your life and you're rebuilding. I feel like you've had a wake-up call to something here. That's why you're making some changes here. So you're going through some kind of personal transformation, okay? Like you're trying to stay away from disaster. You're trying to stay away from things that harm you or somebody who is a disaster, right? Because this could be somebody. People are like this, right? Yes. You're avoiding certain things, but you're also at the same time trying to stay away from anything that's going to pull you down. Okay? Somebody here I see is probably well, let me get some more information. Let me just verify first before I say anything. Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing somebody that can't move on, possibly because of a past of criminal activity. Okay, something that happened in the past. You know, you might have a record or something. You're trying to overcome this record. That's what I'm hearing. So, you know, this might be something that happened way back when, right? You were hanging out with some pretty bad people. Okay, you're hanging out with some really bad people here. Hmm. That that might be why you're worried about going back. Something about you going back to something is really concerning to you. You might be. Let me keep going. I feel like you were surrounded by bad people, people who intimidated you into doing something you didn't want to do. Spirit, tell me more about Aries' energy here. What's going on with Aries? Okay. Tell me more, Spirit, about the Six of Swords, please and thank you. So it's like, you know, if you get around these people, you're just going to be returning to trouble. Okay. This seems to be like a really personal reading, but I'm going to go ahead and read it out for y'all. Okay. Because this is coming to your energy is coming in my reading for a reason, right? There's something going on here. You have really built up a lot in your life since you have found yourself in some kind of problems there from your past, right? You have built up a lot. You've grown from this period of your life, and I'm seeing here that, yeah, you have gained a lot here, okay? You've learned how to stand back and not get involved in other people's things, or you've learned how you've come through a lot of challenges. Okay, so it hasn't been an easy road, right? And you've learned how to like stay away from other people's problems and not get involved in other people's problems. I feel like these two people have been the kind of people who were constantly pulling you into their problems. Okay, and that's more likely where and how you ended up finding yourself into some trouble. You found yourself into trouble because you were following this crowd. You were in a bad crowd. Okay, there's one person that is not showing up, but this is somebody that was in your past. So there was a third person that you used to hang out with, a fire sign. Could be a Leo. Could be another Aries or a Sagittarius, but I feel like this is a Leo. Okay? So you had another person here that was, I want to say, coaxing you, making you believe that you were going to have it all. Like, if you do these things, if just do certain things, like you're going to have it all, right? Like if you steal, if you take somebody else's money or something like that, like you're going to have it all here. This is something that this person promised you. They promised you that you were going to like have fortune and fame or something. So even fame, uh, something about that was very luring for you, right? It was like you had to prove yourself to these people that you weren't afraid. So you got yourself stuck in some criminal activity because of these people. So they were trying to force you to conform. So they wanted you to conform, so you had to be more like them to join something. Okay, so to join something, what was it, a game? Or it was a clique, okay? It was a clique. So you needed to join this clique, not necessarily a gang, but it's a clique. So at least that's how I'm seeing it. Let me know in the comments if this was a gang or not. So a clique, right? Like you needed to join this clique for protection. You needed to join this group for protection, possibly against a Leo here, because that's what I'm getting, a Leo. Somebody around you, somebody around you watched you do this, and this was an older person, right? Somebody older was watching you do these things, and this person didn't even try to stop you. Like they didn't intervene at all. They didn't do anything. They didn't say anything. So you might have come from a pretty very I want to say like a pretty hard background, right? Especially if this was a parent of yours who was watching you go down this path and they didn't even try to stop you. They just never said anything. Like, whatever it was that you had going on, it was like, okay, so it didn't matter what your age was. You could have been like, 12 or 13 or something like that. And that person didn't do anything, didn't speak up, didn't say anything. They just sat there and let you do what you were doing. They didn't explain to you anything about consequences. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Like they never sat down and explained to you how things that you do will, today will affect you tomorrow, right? They didn't tell you or explain to you about consequences. Yeah, this is very much a personal reading, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of it, and then we'll go ahead and do another one, guys. I do see here that God's trying to work in your life here. Okay, it looks like God's trying to work in your life here, Aries. God wants to make a positive change in your life. God wants to bring love into your life. Okay, God wants to come in here, and they want to prevent you from getting around these people, stop you from being around these people. Okay, it's like God wants to stop you. Okay, let me go ahead and get some more information here. Tell me more, Spirit. So this group, so they were constantly creating an illusion here. They were constantly trying to get you to lie. Okay, so there was a lie that was said back in the day, right? Like when you were younger, this was a lie that happened back then, and now this lie that you had to lie about back then is still affecting you today. Okay. This lie could be about, it could be about, an STD. Okay. But I don't think so. I mean, it could be, but 'cause I feel like you were much younger. I don't think you were an adult at the time, but so somebody was very domineering over you, Aries, because they wanted you to lie for them. They wanted you to be deceptive here. Okay. I feel like God is coming in to protect you because of your past, right? Um, and it's not because, like, how do I say this? I mean, you did wrong, right? That's the thing. You did wrong. You did wrong. But God wants to come in and help you and bring love in your life. God wants to pull you closer to Him. Okay? There's a reason why God's doing this. God wants a positive change in your life. And it's because of what I'm understanding is the choices that you've made. Like, you're afraid to go back to this group, or you're afraid to get around this group, right? This clique or whatever gang or whatever it is, right? Uh, like, you're afraid to go back to these people. By doing that, you're actually winning God's heart, you know? You're winning God's heart, especially because when you were younger, you had people around you who were not on the right path themselves, okay? And it might have been because they were too sick, okay? They might have had a lot of health problems, you know, or they just didn't know better, right? Like, you didn't have an adult around you who could give you sound advice, you know? So you were like pretty much out there on your own, and it seemed like you had to join these people, right, to protect yourself so you could survive, right? But now you're older and you don't need protection from these people, right? You have God's protection now, right? Because I see God coming in here for you to love you, to bring harmony to you, to teach you how to fill your cups up. It looks like God's bringing in a very special relationship into your life here. And one of the special relationships that I see for you, Aries, is going to be with God. Okay, first of all. And then second of all, it looks like a romance as well. So somebody special is going to be coming towards you. God's going to be bringing somebody towards you. Why is that, Spirit? The Empress? Hmm. It might be because of a child, or you're supposed to have a child with this person, Aries. Okay? It could be because you're supposed to, if it's not a child, it could be because the two of you are supposed to bring forth, create something together, right? Bring life into something. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a child, right? This could be a project. This could be, letting God work through you. Okay? Trying to think what else it could be. Looks like God wants you to create something with this person. Okay, if it's not another human being, it's something else, right? Huh. It could be something that's creative. It might have something to do with people who are pregnant. Maybe you and this person is going to help people who are pregnant, like maybe single mothers, or work with children, possibly, right? This person could be a Libra that's coming toward you, Aries. Valley of Goblets. Why is that here? Tell me more, Spirit. Let's see what else we could get here. And Two of Swords. Hmm. It's like God wants you to keep keep a cloth over your eyes and just to trust Him. just trust him, like completely trust him. Hmm. You might be working with people that are sexually active. Might be young people. Huh. People who were like yourself, people who were emotionally vulnerable. So you and this new person are going to be working with, I want to say single moms, but it could be more than that. It could be like maybe you are going to be working with single moms, but also working with their children as well because of them being emotionally vulnerable here. You cutting out or teaching them how to cut out bad influences in their life, or people coming from broken homes, teaching them how to deal with childhood issues that they're dealing with at the time. Could be violence. This could be them having to deal with violence. It could be them dealing with SA, right? Or some form of like abuse or something like that. Okay, so there's a reason why you're supposed to meet this new person. Okay, Aries, that's what it is. You're supposed to help other kids who have or who are going through what you're going through, but also so you can meet this person and have a beautiful life together because you're making the right decisions. Okay, all right guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this reading because it's really personal. You do have two people here that are wanting to get your attention, so keep turning your back. That's what you got to do. Keep turning your back on them. All right, and keep walking toward God because God's gonna guide you here. All right, Aries, I'm gonna get out of this. Thank you for joining me, guys. Catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.